And then do you mind if I was recording as we were talking just now, do you mind if I shove that up along with the video of us playing?
No, not at all. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Um,
Um,
just
all right.
want to make sure.
Let's-
Probably no one will be interested, but hey, you gotta try.
Oh, sorry. Password's 1234.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe uh if you want, like maybe we could just have the beginning of the games, because then when people click into the video, they won't be hearing talking. That might
Oh yeah, that's
or
yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. Um,
Whatever you prefer.
well, maybe if you're okay with it, what I might do is start off with just the games and then move the chatting to the end. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. That way, if people are like really have nothing better to do, they can go listen. All right, cool. So I get to go first.
So there we go.
All right. Hmm. I feel like mulling feels really good when I'm first.
Me too. I Whenever I'm first, if there's a card I want in my deck, just mulligan.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Um. There you go.
Headhunter. All
Yeah.
right.
Headhunter says, "Come at me, bro."
All right. Let's do this. This is a good
Hmm.
card.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
Urchin got you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I see. We have a key charge in the bin. Actually, the for being from Netrunner, uh, um, archives really bums me out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does, eh?
No, it's not right. Um,
For interest's sake, when you set up, do you set up HQ R&D discard?
let me think. On when I play
Like just
KeyForge.
in yeah, in person, yeah.
Uh, yeah. No, I don't because no, because I looked at the no, I should. I looked at the rule book and the rule book like I think shows the ID way up at the upper right corner, and so I did it that way. Even though
Oh,
I
on the
guess that's kind
phone.
of wrong. Um, all right. I think well, what is the goal here?
Ooh.
Yeah, but like that makes me a little sad. But I think it's good. We'll see.
No. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Hmm.
Hmm.
Got that control out there. Um.
Oh, you got me again.
uh.
Got
Yeah.
three of those.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. This deck happens to have four of them,
Not bad.
which are cool.
Oh wow.
Um. It's good for speed.
Hmm. Do I want to do? Hmm. Trying to figure out if 3 chains is worth 2 creatures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not something I like. Okay. But I think.
Got some untamed.
Have some creatures. Just a few.
Hmm.
Wow, two Gateway to Dis and a Save the Pack. That's a lot of board wipe.
Yeah, I did see that.
Hmm. Um. I really don't like Snudge. I feel like
It's
that's
good.
a
It's good cover.
strong target.
Yep.
um. So yeah, I could. I've I have bad experiences ending my turn with this much amber, but um, we'll see how it works out.
No shadows here.
Yeah, but you are in Logos and
Yep.
you you discarded an interdimensional graft. So
Yeah, I
that,
played it early.
yeah, well, that gives me, yeah, that gives me hope you don't have another one, but we'll see.
Okay.
Hmm. That's one of the things I really like about this game. I have not seen Kendrith Longshot before. Nice.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting that it has skirmish, but also the
Yeah,
reap ability.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it encourages you to fight and encourages you to reap at the same time.
Right. Well, I guess it's just situational, right? Like if you only need 2 damage, then you might as well
Yeah.
reap.
Or,
Okay.
or something.
So, hmm, what's the play here? I'm on check, so I could just go crazy and reap and fight and stuff, but I think I'd rather cycle my hand. No, whoa, that was wrong. Oh, because you used life word. Derp. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
fine. All right.
All right. Whoa. Oh, blood money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'd realized about the life word, I think the better answer would have been to go ahead and just reap with all the green things. But um, I think this is still pretty good position here. I think the for me, like knowing that you have a sort of like crazy combo available,
Mm-hmm.
um, there's still this like, okay, I'm in a good position. I still don't feel completely like I'm still nervous, you know. Um,
Yeah. See, the thing about this is that once we've gotten to this point,
mhm,
uh, I need a turn to set up the seed, and I didn't
right,
draw it in time.
right, right,
So right now, my only option is to play to the outs that I have left,
right.
without having to set up the seed,
Hmm.
which is interesting. I haven't done this. We're just gonna do this. All right.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, fun. Um, oh, that's an interesting interaction with Shadow Self on the table because you can fight the Shadow Self but kill the Ancient Bear or something like that.
Yep. Yep. Gabos is a very flexible card.
Hmm.
Works around a lot of stuff.
Hmm. All right, go Untamed. Um, Murder Gabos. Oh, right, Elusive. easy fight. That's reasonable. And then hope I didn't overplay it.
All right. I think I. Okay. All right. Let's see how this goes.
Ah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So we do is there's a way for this to work. We need to let's see if we can wormhole terror.
Mm.
Ooh, bottom 4 cards. All right, good game.
GG.
So I could have. What happened there?
Uh-huh.
Because I couldn't set up the seed anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to with the last turn. I tried to drag the game on for one
Right.
more turn,
Right.
and then I would try to combo without the seed, which is totally possible, assuming that you've gone through your deck enough.
Uh-huh.
And so bottom, so phase shift was 2 more cards in, and so the plan was to phase shift and then play Dance of Doom to destroy all 3 power creatures. So I would destroy my Dexters and put them back on top of the deck,
Mm-hmm.
and that would have allowed me to
To
go
draw
through
more.
So my discard would have shuffled, and I think I would have had to find the library access within like the top 1 or 2 cards, which is super unlikely at that point.
Right. But hey, I mean that's why part of why I love Wild Wormhole, right? Because it's like, maybe I have an out. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, and there's always random things that could happen. Here's a question I have. Um,
Mm-hmm.
were there moments where you held cards in your hand in order to work toward the combo later? Uh, when if you weren't worried about the combo, you would have cycled your hand faster. Oh,
Hello.
yep. Let me hold up.
Thank you.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. So yeah. So my question, just in like as post game analysis, uh, did were there any moments where you held cards in your hand instead of cycling them in order to later on hopefully set up the combo?
Just the library access.
Okay. Okay.
So, at the beginning, there's played the effervescent, played the interdimensional grab, and then so what I would do is, so in this game I happened not to find too many logos cards in the beginning half of the game. If I do and I find, if I call logos and I play all the logos cards except the library access, I would play more cards than I would from any other house, if that makes sense. Then you totally do that.
Right.
Once you do the Nepenthe Seed with library access, generally you don't need to worry about fizzling out if you've gone
Right.
through a decent amount of your deck.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I
All right.
did actually I did find the library access on the second turn of the game, I think, but then obviously I held it till the end of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Round two.
Yeah. Let's go.
Sweet. What do you think? Should I stick with that deck or grab something new? What do you prefer?
Your choice. I
Okay.
don't see a difference. do you want see the deck? This was one of the valid decks that I played. The one invalid deck that I played, it has 3 Nepenthe Seeds in it, which
Okay.
is I think there's only I think there's like 3 or 4 decks that have been logged right now that have 3 Nepenthe Seeds
Uh-huh.
and the combo,
Yeah,
or
okay.
like with the combo.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
reliability seems crazy.
right, yeah. So
um,
I'll just keep with the one I got
okay.
here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna switch to something different and then we'll see how it goes.
Sounds good. All right. Ooh, I'm going first this time.
Yeah, seems fair. Oh, jeez.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one of the larger uh I don't I kind of want to say misconceptions
Mm-hmm.
about the deck is that if if the combo doesn't fire off, then you lose.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the first game there, I couldn't really establish myself on board,
Right.
so that was the only thing that I could have played for. But I think generally with a deck like this, the combo is just something you have,
Mm-hmm.
and you would still play normally as you would any other game. You're going for the board, you're going for,
Right.
amber control or whatever tricks that your deck has.
Right.
And if you draw the combo, you'll win.
Right. Right. Yeah. Oh, nice. The terror again strikes again.
Found again. Yep.
Okay.
It's Urchin Ghostly Hand.
um. Yeah, not in this deck, but let's do
Sorry,
this.
that was Maverick's Urchin Ghostly
Oh
Hand.
yeah, yeah, that's right. That would be pretty cool. Hey, I almost always discard this card because it is crazy, but it works right now. So,
Champion. Yeah.
Champions Challenge is like, it's very situational.
It's super powerful.
Yeah.
I think it's comparable to Numquid the Fair.
Oh man, now I have to look that up.
It's Numquid is the one that you destroy an enemy creature and you repeat the effect until they don't have more creatures than you.
Ah, got it. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice. It's
except
bait and switch for creatures.
for something. Yeah. Um. Hmm.
Cool. All right. There goes Snudge again. Oh, okay. Gnarly. Okay. Welcome to the danger zone.
What do we got?
Oh no, I'm just saying Nepenthe is on the board. I'm in a heightened state of awareness. All right.
Let's see here. Let's just do this. This is fine, actually. Convenient.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's cute. I have to return the snudge back to my hand if it's.
No,
Eh,
no. Actually, that's not quite true. You could have returned the potion to my hand or the Nepenthe Seed to yours,
oh,
right?
why did
Yeah.
it give me?
Hmm. It should have highlighted all three objects on the table.
Sorry, I'm gonna go to manual mode and revert that and test
Yeah,
it
yeah.
again.
No worries.
So we're gonna
Yep.
lose it again. Oh yeah, they are highlighted. I just didn't see them.
Nice. Yeah.
Sorry, mind if I do that?
Yeah. That's.
All right.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
that back, and you're gonna take that back.
Oh, geez. Okay. Nice. Um. Let's do this.
Hmm. What do I have to call?
I actually think I want you to call this turn.
I have to call this. All right.
Yeah. We'll see how that works out.
All right. Well, we'll call this, and
Yeah.
we'll give you your guardian demon back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Load it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have been greedy about this. Sometimes, sometimes you get into the mindset of I'm gonna try to combo,
Mm-hmm.
but in reality, if you were to just play library access and draw 20 cards and have a 20
Mm-hmm.
card hand,
Mm-hmm.
usually it's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
No,
don't
I
know.
actually think library access, if you can pull it off right, is yeah, it's good enough without the without key charging or whatever, for sure.
Mhm.
Nice.
How the wormhole goes. Are we gonna destroy everything? Text. All right. The thing online is that once you get to this point, your hand gets hard to see.
Weird flex, but okay. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
totally. Well, yeah, and see now you can't draw.
Play one, draw one.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes at this point. Where did that card go? There it is.
Ah, yep,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I guess I need to play phase.
Yeah.
There we go.
Whoop whoop.
All
All
right.
right. Womp womp. GG. Okay. That worked that time. Yeah, Snudge is a really good. Uh, I mean that slowed me down so hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Generally, if you have something on the board that you can just
yeah,
cruise on, do that for as long as you can.
right. Yep.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Again?
Yeah, I'm gonna try again with this deck. See if I can
Sure.
make that work.
I can play slightly different version of it.
Okay, either way is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I think this deck might be. See, I'm not, because the game's still fairly new, so
Uh-huh.
it's still pretty hard to evaluate whether or not uh how
Mm-hmm.
good decks are at like board control and stuff. But it depends on what you draw. Let's see. All right, we'll do this. Man, we're literally taking turns going
Yeah,
first.
yeah, seems fair. Um,
Uh,
yeah, once again,
this this seems good.
first turn roll. All right.
Keep this. What do you got? Do you have a terror?
I, I think I actually do have one in the deck, but it has not decided to show up.
Aim deer. This is a decent start.
Yeah.
I think we need that.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. Oh man, strikes
Oh,
again. Yeah.
nah, I like
Um.
it.
Yeah. That's. I think that's the second time I've found it useful. Okay.
Second time in a row.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, usually hasn't panned out like that. Right.
Hmm. I think this is as good as time as any to do this. I'll just bounce that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've gone through a
We
lot of Untamed, so why don't we do some more Untamed?
want to go Untamed?
Yeah. Um, that is useless, and that is late.
Ready?
All
This is
right.
gonna be the best turn you've ever seen.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yep. I've not the first turn like that that I've seen. Okay. Um,
Mm, hmm. Okay. Let's do that.
things are about to get weird.
Might as well.
Hmm. Wow, speaking of controversial cards. Um,
No fossil cards?
no, no, Biomatrix backup.
Oh
Ain't,
yeah.
ain't nobody happy. Um,
Yep. It's interesting though. If it was like a really powerful effect, like putting it into archives, that's okay. If it was like revive the creature and put it back into play, and it works the way it is right now, I think it's very interesting that
mhm.
like the player who owns the creature would be incentivized to kill it off in order for the effect to trigger.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
Ooh.
stun all the untamed creatures. There we go.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. This is actually, yeah, this is.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Mhm.
Ooh, double doorstep.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay. All right.
I like the card. Very, very, very powerful.
Yeah, no, it has a nice. It has an infinite upside and an infinite downside. It's very very good, very fun.
Hmm. Oh, what do we do here? Yeah. All right, let's go Untamed. I was right. I lost an amber.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I misplayed. Oh, I misplayed pretty hard. Ooh, oh, I misplayed pretty hard there. Let's see.
Hmm.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That's fine. That's fine. We'll still do this.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not think that one through.
Hmm.
Usually you want to do things that are random before you do the things that that are not random.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's where we get that from. You always draw first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Unless the thing you have destroys the other things.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's okay. It's thematic. All right. Um. Let's try this.
Ooh, what are we calling?
We'll see. We'll see how that works
Mm,
out.
interesting.
Have an untamed turn.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. We're gonna play a
Indeed.
crab.
Hmm.
And play another one of those guys.
Jeez. Okay. Um. All right. This is gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
This. This. And then this.
Okay. 9. Mars is fine. Let's see. Nice W. No, I think that's okay. All right. We'll do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And let's just back up the
Mm-hmm.
grabber jammer.
Mm-hmm. Just in
Hmm.
case.
I don't know how careful we want to be, but that's okay. I guess I could have played it. That's fine.
Mm. What would it have done good to play it?
I would have lost the biomatrix backup.
Oh yeah.
But okay, no, I definitely should have played it because I would have put me on check.
Oh. Got it. Um.
You got the snudge.
Yeah. Yeah, I only hate it when I don't have it. Let's see.
Sounds
Is
about right.
this um trying to decide whether to burn the cave, whether to use the cave. I think I use the cave. I almost never use the cave. I don't like the cave, but it's
It's a
good
good
there.
card if you have a lot of big creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So this is awkward. Because the first game didn't draw the seed. Third game didn't draw the library access. But
Mm.
lucky for me, we're not on yet.
Mhm.
So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, it's not something I want to do. It's funny, I have a remote access in my hand, and I
Uh-huh.
could completely fill the game by remote accessing your screaming cave.
Uh-huh.
So we're just gonna go right ahead and discard.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Play the phosphorus. Oh shoot. Oh, actually, that's fine. What we can do is we can chaos portal something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. If the next card is library access, I'm going to kick myself. Is it too late? 1, 3. Actually, it's not. I'm gonna do it. Oh, it was a Dexter. All right.
All the stuns.
That's fine. All
Okay.
right.
So much
So
stun.
take a guess at which position of the deck library access was in.
Oh, bottom. Total bottom. Yeah.
Very last
Yeah.
card.
That that sounds about right. Um
Let's see if you have a mind barb.
hmm. I do not have a mind barb. So, okay.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. Boop, boop.
Oof. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Um. Oh, hey. This is cute. Oh shoot,
Ah.
that was quite the mistake.
Wha-
Oh,
um. So
I misread the screaming cave there.
that was pretty funny. Oh man, do you think it's something you can fix with
Do you wanna?
I would
That is,
if you can fix it
that's so
with
great.
manual
Well,
mode. I feel like that was such a like you wouldn't make that mistake in live play, right?
yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry. Uh,
That's hilarious.
so
Okay.
I believe you saw it already. So I discarded the key abduction. So
Yep.
this deck is just I draw whatever 9 plus 6 is 15, and
Well,
whenever
yeah.
I have
Mhm.
15 cards, I key abduct.
Yeah. Hold up one second here. Okay.
That was embarrassing.
No, no.
That was
That's no. It's great. It's a wild wormhole. So okay. So here's what I'm trying to reason out here because at the moment, okay, at the moment you have 5 amber. So um, you're gonna have
well
you're gonna well
because
yeah you're gonna have
um
5. You're gonna have 5 creatures in your hand, right? 5 Mars or no 3 Mars creatures. So
what do you
oh
mean?
no, never mind. I lied. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Okay, yeah, you forge for free. Okay, yep,
Yeah,
that's game.
yeah.
Okay,
I forged for free.
yeah, that's
Yeah, because what happened is with library access, I draw 3 cards per
yeah,
card that I play, and because there are 7 cards on the board,
yeah,
that's more than enough to work through once.
yeah. Okay, no, I was mistaking key abduction for mother gun. I was thinking it cared about the number of creatures, and that is not true. Okay, cool. All right,
Oh
so we're 3 in. Um,
man, that was. Oh, do I want that to go on the internet now?
yeah. Hey, everybody misclicks. That's cool. Oh wait, let me. I have to concede. There we go. There. Nice. Um, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna switch again. I feel like that. Uh, um, so that's interesting because that deck did like phenomenally well against a lot of decks. Um, and I think I can pretty fairly say in that game, like short of the combo, you didn't have an out, right? So that's a good example
Yeah,
where the combo gave you an out where you couldn't have possibly won.
yeah,
Um,
100% there.
um, and but yeah, what I was gonna say is that deck is like really strong in a lot of situations, um, but it has no way to prevent that combo, right? You had the Nepenthe Seeds on the board, and all I could do was, you know, wait and hope it
Try
didn't work out the way I
try
feared.
to,
So yeah,
yeah, try to go faster than it could have.
yeah, and and I was 2 turns off, but not quite there.
Yeah, so I do have one more of a different deck that
Yeah.
it actually works very. So this deck works very differently. I can talk more about
Uh
it
huh.
after.
Okay.
The deck works very differently than the other ones, and it's actually usually when people say 1 turn win, um,
Mhm.
they don't think about this deck, and I
Mhm.
think this type of deck with these cards is
Mhm.
much more common
Uh huh.
than the key charge version. We'll talk more
Yeah.
afterwards.
Cool.
Let's see what we got here.
Go for it. All right, and I'm going with a little bit of a shot in the dark, but it is at least a fun deck.
All right.
We'll see.
This one,
Hey,
yeah,
this one
okay.
at least has a good name. So, Flip-O-Matic it that scores the Borderlands. That's pretty good, regardless of
Okay.
anything else. All right. Cool.
Hmm. That's an awkward opener for going first. It's
Yeah,
interesting. Okay,
yeah,
we're
Untamed Dis, and it's a different combo. Um, uh, Makes me suspect that you have a Restringent test in there, but it could be something else that you're talking about.
that's one of them.
Uh huh.
That is definitely one of them.
You know, honestly, Restringentus is like in it's situationally so good just on its own. I almost lost a game to it at a tournament on Saturday
Hmm.
because they threw it on the board. They called shadows, and I had 4 shadows cards in my hand and no creatures on the board. So I'm just dumping my hand trying to kill the thing, and like I didn't even find this out until later. In the middle of that, and I'm just like struggling to try to get creatures on the board. They they played Bouncing Death Corp
Yeah.
and killed it, and I thought that okay, they must know something I don't. And after the game, they said, "Oh, I didn't know." Oh, because it was adaptive, so I played a game with their deck, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know that it's until it leaves the board. I thought it was only the turn you play it." And I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah. I
wow! If he had known, I would have just been. I don't think I could have caught up."
Yeah, I think I think that's it's very common to think about that way. I think I thought it was that the first time I saw it too, because it's a play effect,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is what throws it off. Interesting. All right.
Hmm. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mm, Now, so you've already got the bad penny secret needle. Do I want to kill your bad penny? Um, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. That's fine. Yeah, you are gonna replay it right away.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't get
Yeah,
new cards right now,
I
so
thought
so
so.
there's that.
If you had different cards, like if your hand was stacked on another house, then it would have been a decent play because it bad penny is a card.
you
Usually,
you
when
can
I
you
play
can
against
watch after and tell me what you think. It's I have a weird I'm in a weird place, but you
okay.
you you might see next turn. We'll see.
So what you're telling me is you have a hand full of board wipes that you don't want to get rid
Hmm. Exactly.
of.
That's exactly right.
um. All right. Let's do Pit Demon. Sure. Oh shoot. I am not doing well for myself today, aren't I? It's late. We'll just try blaming it on that. I was like, I can play Wild Wormhole first because I'll only be at
Hmm.
one. But no, you gain the thing before the effect goes off.
All right. So that's there. Um. Let's stun that thing, and then. Oh, did you? Oh man, I need to read more. Okay. Um. All right.
Gambler Storm, yeah.
No, that's okay. Literally, the all 4 cards in my hand right now are actions, so that's there wasn't
It happens a
weren't a
lot.
lot of
I
outs.
feel like they should add something that tells you there's a constant effect going on.
In the yeah
Um,
yeah, I mean that's the kind of thing that's like definitely a lot easier to catch in offline play, but well.
hmm. Um, Here. Do that. Okay, that's
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, that helps me make my choice. I appreciate. I appreciate your help in making my decision. All right.
what do we got? Ooh, I don't think I've seen that card.
Yeah, it's okay.
Two.
Let's see.
Oh, that's right.
That guy, and then I think that's it. Do I want to do that? Actually, might be okay. That's actually okay. All right.
Hmm. Well, all right. If you're gonna gain 3 chains, I will also gain.
Okay, fair. Fair enough. Oh, geez. Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Um. So, yeah, this is what I was talking about.
What happened? Oath of Poverty. Oh.
Yeah, it's an exciting card.
Oh. That is unfortunate
Uh-oh.
for you.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, man. We knew it could happen. Hmm. Well, this... Is this worse? This isn't worse. Okay.
No, we're just gaining chains in groups of 3s.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Wait, what? Why didn't they die?
Oh, I discarded it.
Oh,
Because you had
you're not
Scrambler
playing.
Storm. Yeah, you had Scrambler Storm.
Oh, right.
Weren't
Right.
optional.
Um, tamed here. Um, huh, interested that it still asks me, even though there's nobody to heal.
Hmm. Bummer about that is that I really would have liked to jump up to 6, and just weren't the right options. Okay.
All right, so kind of lagged a bit there. What did you do? Smash cannon, another cannon. All right. So you played one cannon. All right. Here. Oh. Oops. Misclicked on that there. We're gonna go active house logos.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So here's the interesting part.
Uh-huh.
I'm not actually going to win this turn, and by win I mean forge 3 keys.
Right.
So let's see. We want to, and we're gonna play a control the weak. Let's do that. You're gonna have another Brobnar turn. Pocket Universe. There, yeah, that's good. Here, we're gonna have another Brobnar. And we're gonna take your smash.
Oof.
All right. So let's go effervescent. And go effervescent.
Interesting.
We'll just go. We'll go to 10. All right. So now I pass. So now I pass. And
all right. And
what we
I
do
get to
is,
be Brobnar.
yeah, you get to be Brobnar.
All right. Um. I was very excited about the possibility of forging, but you ruined it. So
At
that's
least you
what
get to
we're
shoot.
doing. Hey, I got up to 2, so that's fun and exciting.
Okay, yeah. So what happens every turn is we can play the library access again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
And you're
super
gonna get to control the
fun.
weak again, right? Yeah. Got it.
Well, that's the control the weak part's just an added added thing to what we have here, because what's really needed is just the stuff that's within logos. And
Mm-hmm.
if I can find, oh come on, nope. All right, Nepenthe Seed. Let me just set that. But here we'll go investment
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and Scrambler Storm. So the two main parts of this is the effervescent and the Scrambler Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea
Mm-hmm.
is you can, because they're both what, they're both commons. No, Scrambler Storm's an uncommon, and Effervescent Principle
Yeah.
is a common.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with both of those cards that are logos, you
Mm-hmm.
can go and
Huh.
you just go for that lock.
Right. Huh.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So, so that is. Uh,
So that's the
might as well
version.
at least
That's
dump some fun cards on the board. So okay. So would you? So you got the 3. And so this is absolutely fine if you say no. Would you be up for doing one round with this against the one I played in the first round?
against the one.
The
I'd be
my
up for
one that I
one
won
thing.
with. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, let's do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to try that out and see. So that was. Let me end my turn really quick. There we go. All right. Um, because um, the part of me that is slavishly loyal to FFG and really wants to defend them at all
Mhm.
costs, is going, okay, maybe the answer here is speed, and if you maybe it'll be that at like top level play it's all speed decks, and none of these
Yeah,
decks make sense unless they're speed. But um, but that's me. That's me
yeah.
trying
Here,
to cope with loss.
if you don't mind, I'll add my input into that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, absolutely.
So I so whether or not high level play will be speed or not, it will, that we'll see.
Uh huh.
Nobody can predict that as of right now. But I do think that, going really fast is, I in my opinion, I think that's one of the best ways. Like, if you want to win,
Uh huh.
I think that's a really good strategy. When I played, so there's a guy. Um, Here we'll just talk about like the percentage of getting a deck that can combo, just
Yeah.
very briefly. So if you look on all the registered decks, it's
Yep.
about, if you put in a percent, that's like, I think it's like 0.8%,
Uh huh.
uh, which it seems very small, but in a deck pool of
Right.
300,000 registered
Right.
decks, that's actually, I think it's like more than 2,700 decks
Right.
that are registered right now,
Right.
and that's about one in every 120 decks. So you can reasonably expect it, like one out of every game store, assuming one game
Uh huh.
store sells about 120 decks.
Yep.
So in my local tournament, we've only had one so far. There was a guy that had one of these decks, and it's funny. What actually happened is I was playing him at a local game night. It was just, it was just a casual game night, and he was playing the deck, and he played Library Access, and then played. I think he played Scrambler Storm or something, and then it was something that, could be used more than once in a game with
Hmm.
reasonable effect. And he tried to Nepenthe Seed, whatever the logos card was, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a second, you can just take the library access back." And he was like,
Mm.
"Oh, I didn't know that it's stacked." So
Mm.
I told him
Right.
it's stacked. So his deck works around. So there's multiple ways that this combo can work, and his
Yeah.
deck works around playing routine job. So
Hmm.
what happens is, you can, as long as you have any card that steals amber, you can, with phase shift, obviously. His
Yeah.
deck would go phase shift 6 times, routine job 6 times
Uh huh.
with scramble form. So what happens is, you steal 6 amber per turn. They can't play action card shenanigans. Um, and that was that. And I think he also had like Nocturnal Maneuver in there to exhaust your creatures.
Mm. Hmm. Hmm.
Which is cute.
Yeah.
So, and then in the tournament, so he was like, "Okay, well, I'm definitely coming to the tournament now that I know that I have this deck that can
Uh
win in a
huh.
turn." So he actually did that in the tournament.
Uh huh.
Uh, in the first game, I think he did it like pretty early, because I remember playing my game in that tournament, and somebody stood up going, "Oh my god, this is broken." And then uh, I think that guy's like friend group was around where my table was, so he came around after losing and started talking about it. And it was like, "All right, let's chain the deck right now." Uh,
Mm.
yeah. So then
Got it.
I think it was a 5 round tournament. He he comboed in the first 2 games,
Uh huh.
and then round 3 he played against me.
Uh huh.
Uh, and what happened was, I was playing a deck that has 22 action cards,
Uh huh.
um, with a lot of amber on them. So I was just cycling my deck. My game plan was cycle through my deck as fast as I can and generate amber as much as I
Right.
can. And I had like a lot of amber control as well.
Hmm.
So it was just a straight amber control deck.
Yeah.
And my game plan was, because I knew exactly what he was doing going into this game, and I was going, "All right, I'm gonna rush as hard as I possibly can, uh, you know, to beat you. And I think so. I rushed. I got to 2 keys. I prevented him from forging one by capturing a bunch,
Uh-huh.
and then he got to a turn where he goes install. Let's see, Netrunner.
Yeah.
He played Nepenthe Seed,
Uh-huh.
and then I happened. So he played Nepenthe Seed, played some other untamed stuff, whatever, and then he passes the turn, and I happened to draw Scrambler Storm the turn before. So
Uh-huh.
with that Scrambler Storm top deck, I was like, okay. So
Uh-huh.
I play the Scrambler Storm. I check at 2 keys already, and I say go to you, and then he says he can't do anything about that. I won at 3-0, and then he
Wow.
shows me his hand. The library access was there, with like I think 2 logos cards.
Wow.
So if I had not top decked that to Scrambler Storm, he would have had that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So just for interest's sake, he basically after losing to me round 3, he did the combo round 4, and then in round 5 he did not combo because he didn't find the cards, but he still won. So he ended up going 4-1. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's what's happened in my meta,
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, got it. Okay. Well, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
the
if
he's the type of guy. He's the
mhm.
type of guy where he thinks that if a deck isn't fun or if it's not interactive, then he's not going to play it. So he's very conscious about
Right.
what other people might think about a deck.
Right.
So there's a lot of people in my area who are like that, which is really good. I think this deck is fine with the new player. Maybe new players won't like it as long as people in the community are willing to cooperate and not overly play the deck.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and uh that I think that hopefully, is the norm for like store stuff. The problem is when you have the guys that are going to like uh just, run around from town to town doing store champs. But yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, oh yeah, so are you up for doing the last one
Oh
with
yeah,
that one? Yeah.
definitely. I just accidentally. I don't know if you saw. I created a game,
Oh, cool.
and
Okay.
then just
I'm
I clicked on the outside of the screen, and it disappeared.
Oh, yep. That is. Oh, got it. Uh-huh.
It's up again.
Yep. I see it. Gotcha.
We're gonna
There we go.
play.
Yeah, I had in the second sealed tournament I was in, I ended up with a deck that it took a little effort to get into the combo, but it could do it could have Witch of the Eye on the table along with Big Twig and a Nocturnal Maneuvers in the bin. And so
Oh.
yeah, so a turn was like reap with both of them, get the Nocturnal Maneuvers, play it, and so I'm at least generating 3 amber, and exhausting 3 of their creatures and exhausting and stunning a 4th one. And
Uh-huh.
so,
Very nice.
yeah, and that just on its own, without much else, it was like enough to, unless someone had the one guy that was able to beat it in the end, was he had uh, he just barely got to his 3rd key and then ended up winning with like an epic quest because he just didn't care that all his stuff was exhausted. Right, he could just just do magic.
that's that's cool.
Yeah. Um,
Epic Quest. Epic Quest is. I've yet to try an Epic Quest deck.
yeah. It seems fun. Like, and it didn't feel bad to lose to it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. What do we do here? We'll do Smash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not my
and
first
Tremor.
choice, but I think it was the correct choice. Yeah. Yeah.
When you have too much stun.
Yes.
All right. It's fine. Let's protect it. And I don't think I'll need these.
Hmm. Okay. Very excited.
Hey, you got one too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very popular.
They're ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's let's see what you got going on. We're gonna do this. So what do I care about here? I care about save the pack. Interesting.
That was just play. Um, yeah, interesting. Um, hmm. Well, that's gonna be a bummer. That's okay. That is many things. Let's be honest, it wasn't going to stay out there that long anyway.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Hey.
Oh, hey, could you hear me before? Or...
No, no. Sorry.
Interesting there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
so we're back. I wanted to
Uh,
ask, what are your thoughts on the interaction with Restringuntus and Control the Weak, and how you're not allowed to select any houses?
so I mean, uh, uh like, Restringentus doesn't need the help. That I guess I'll start there.
Hmm.
I don't think it's like super egregious. Again, hmm, well, the one that the guy posted with which of the eye mavericked into dis.
Oh
That's
yeah.
pretty bizarre. Um, but the normal one, you at least have the shot to kill the witch, which I do ASAP anyway. Um,
Hmm.
so I guess I don't think it's horrific. Um, if it were up to me how the ruling went, yeah, I don't think that's how I would rule it. But um, Brad didn't ask me.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's even as reliable as the library access situation. Like library access is a
Oh
good
yeah, for
card
sure,
no matter what.
for
Um,
sure.
I think that one's a little sketchier. You have a lot of creatures, and I want to do something about them. What is it that I
Your
want to do? It is not hug
cowards,
them. That would be
cowards deck.
super cool.
That would be good,
Um,
right? The reason I asked
hmm.
brought that into the discussion is that that's the one other thing that I've seen anything similar to the response of the library access combo.
Yeah.
Because I've seen as I've played a lot of online and with the tournament group and the online
Hmm.
tournament. There's one guy that's been playing a lot of this deck that has Restringuntus and two Control the Weaks,
Uh huh.
and and he also has Witch of the Eye and Dominator Bobble.
Uh huh.
So what would happen is
Yeah.
he needs one turn for Witch of the Eye to be
Right.
on the board, and then if Witch of the Eye survives uh, for a turn, then he goes Dominator Bobble,
Right.
Restringuntus, Control the Weak,
Right.
and then you just keep Dominatoring the Witch of the Eye to cycle your Control the Weak.
Right. Right. And
Yeah,
you're unless they have an Omni effect, your opponent's completely
yeah,
locked out. Yeah.
or
So
like
yeah.
sorry, yeah,
No. No.
even without the lockout, I've heard a lot of complaints on the Discord chat at least about just losing a turn because they had restraint gun to control the weak, and that's
Sure.
just the other thing that's close to the complaints.
So my hit rate on I feel like my hit rate on control the weak plays resulting in lost turns is pretty high. Anyway, like control the weak loses a lot of turns on its own. So I don't
Uh-huh.
that losing a turn doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me unless you're
Hmm.
just gonna say like uh unless you just nerf control the weak somehow because it can do that so effectively. I had at a tournament, this is in a top 4 out of 20, was playing my deck that has two control the weaks and um, made an educated guess based on what was on somebody's board and discard pile. Did control the weak shadows. Um, they passed, and I had managed to draw a bunch of other disc creatures and just did it again. So they lost 2 turns in a row. Again, no Restringentus needed. Um, I yeah, I don't think that it even adds that much to that situation. Um,
Hmm.
what it does is it gives it the like, okay, there's really nothing you can do about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh hey, I got customs office value. That's good.
Yep.
uh, Gosh, I am not happy about even mother on the board, but there's nothing I can do at the moment, so we'll have to live with it. And out of the targets for killing, I just decided the other things were slightly higher priority, but there were a
Uh,
lot of things I really wanted to kill.
Steel effects are always on my top priority.
Yeah, yeah, they're up there.
Oh,
I feel
yes.
like people are much quicker to kill mother or to kill succubus rather than they are to kill mother. And that might be
Oh,
possibly a little bit explained by 3 versus 5, um, but I think some of it is just that like um, where people if people feel like they're losing something of theirs,
yes.
it bothers them more, even though the effect is basically the same.
Yes, I've noticed that as well. All right. Well, this is what's gonna have to happen. 'Cause I've already played a lot of. Yeah,
Uh huh.
we're gonna pay you one.
Uh huh. I'm okay with that.
Here, one. See, here's the awkward part.
That is somewhat
I, I
awkward.
just I just gave you a key.
Yeah,
Is the
yeah,
awkward part. But the thing
right.
is, I think I had to do that because there's 7 logos cards in my discard pile and
Uh huh.
3 on board.
Uh
So
huh.
including the library
Yeah,
access, there's only one other card.
right, right.
'Cause all the logos came pretty early there.
Uh huh. Yeah. So,
It's interesting. Since this deck has triple seed, yet I still drew the library access late. So
mm-hmm,
it's balanced with
mm-hmm,
the like even if you have a lot of seeds, you have to draw the one copy of
right,
library access.
right.
Yeah. It's
Um,
very draw reliant, you know.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. So it's sort of, we'll see how this pans out. It may or may not help me. I ultimately decided to do it this way rather than I have a save the pack in my hand, but I think actually giving you more logos things to pull back up and
Yes,
play was probably worse. So we'll see how that pans
definitely.
out.
I don't think it will matter that much
Yeah.
because of the seeds.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Yes,
Um,
play one, draw four is a
see
good
here.
effect.
Um, hmm. Here's what we can do. Just to maybe, you know, Oh, actually, yeah, it wasn't relevant if I killed it or not, because me killing my own creatures puts them in the discard pile, which means I'd have to
Uh-huh.
go through it.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Yep.
so now it comes a matter of, do I have enough amber? I think we do. That. Um, let's see. Where is the phase shift? There it is. All right. There we go. Just
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
about it.
yeah. Because you have 4.
Fog,
Yeah. Yep. Nice.
fogify. Play the fogify again. There we go.
Nice.
Er,
Oof.
Wait, where did the? Oh, there. Okay.
Nice. All right.
Oh.
Well, that's 4 out of 5 right
Yeah,
there.
I had to get to the bottom of the deck. A lot of games there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, so, and I don't know how many of these combo decks this will be true of. It seems like, yeah, if you have a combo deck that has generally good cards, also, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just in a very good. Well, like you said it earlier. If you don't get the combo, you're okay, and if you do get the combo, you win.
Yeah, you need, you don't want to go all in on the combo. You want to have,
Right.
you know, but the decks you'll get decks that aren't super great, and that happens with a unique card game.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
All right.
yeah.
Uh. Well, I'm
If you want,
uh huh.
oh, you
Go
wanna
for
you
it.
wanna take off or
Oh well, that's where I was headed, but I'll hear you out.
there is I have two decks here that have basically it's to show a different way of creating a lockout. If you'd
Oh,
like to take a look.
okay.
One of them's actually super interesting. So okay, so I can just say what one of them is. One of them is just you can, using the logos and phase shift, you can play Restringuntus and
Uh huh.
control the weak, and
Okay. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you Restringuntus control the weak with your phase shift every single turn. And if they kill the Restringuntus, you can just play it again.
Uh huh.
Uh, yeah, and I have another one here that I'm very interested in testing out. If you're interested.
I think I am actually going to call it for tonight. Um,
Okay.
but
Okay, then I can just
if you're interested in, yeah, in doing this again sometime, I'd be up for it.
sure. Yeah. I can just say it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other way of creating a lockout is with Scrambler Storm, and Skippy Timehog. And so
Uh huh.
you can't play action cards and you can't use cards. So that and as assuming that they're not on the third keys check.
Right.
With Scrambler Storm and Skippy Time Mug every turn, there's no way to gain Amber.
Uh
So
huh.
that's another way to lock out there.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah.
granted, Skippy Time Hog is rare.
Right. Right. Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's that
Um.
that one's it's a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Um. It's so weird to me. I'm trying to do the math here. Uh. KeyForge Compendium shows Skippy Time Hog as being in over 2% of decks, even though he's rare. Which, yeah, maybe I'm just too tired. Um, seems
I'm
like
not sure.
a lot, um, but who am I to argue with an algorithm? So cool. All right.
Alright.
Yeah. Thanks so much for doing this. I'll probably aim to get this uploaded tomorrow, and then tag you in a post if that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Thank you for
Yeah.
recording that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It
I
was
don't
fun.
think I don't think I'll be able to forgive myself with the shriven cave though.
Well, you consider yourself shriven. You've been forgiven. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Hey, thanks again.
have a good night.
All right. See you
Good meeting
later.
you. Okay. Bye.
All right.
Cool.
Um.
Um. Yeah. Uh, we met up on this thread. Um.
Mm-hmm.
About game breaking combos, right?
Yep.
And my understanding of your perspective is you are concerned that these will create negative experiences for people at various levels of the game. Is that fair?
Yeah. So what I've seen at least is that I've played a lot online.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously, like I do agree. A lot of people say that there's only an issue online, and you're not going to see it if you're just a
Mm-hmm.
casual player. You know, yeah, it's unlikely you'll see it if you're a
Mm-hmm.
casual player, but like it has seen a lot online. Um, I'm also see, I'm not somebody who's looking to go to like large competitive events, but I think that it's something that's going to be prevalent in large competitive events if it gets
Mm-hmm.
there, if it lasts that long.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, so basically, I've played the deck. What happened? My first interaction with this deck was, there's these online tournaments that are run.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, so I don't know if you know about that or heard about it.
I've seen posts about them. I have not. It hasn't worked out timing wise.
Yeah, so basically, my second tournament with that little group is that
Mm-hmm.
they ran a sealed event,
Mm-hmm.
and I was given a deck that had the combo.
Okay.
Um, so my deck, I can pull it up right here. So my deck had two Nepenthe Seeds, and the library access, of course, and it didn't have any key cheats. It
Mm-hmm.
just had a phase shift, and it had a phase shift. It had uh, sorry, let's see here. It had a phase shift at where did it go? Am I looking at the right deck? Oh, sorry, here it is. Okay, phase shift from Relentless Whispers.
Okay.
So and Bad Penny.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Bad Penny doesn't really matter. So basically, what I would do is I would set up so that I would go and do the whole combo thing, and I draw my entire deck, and I would use Relentless Whispers to basically steal 6 Amber per turn
Mm-hmm.
and lock my opponent out with like Scrambler Storm to prevent them from playing action cards.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's the card I was looking for. Nerve Blast. Nerve Blast is the one that doesn't require the kill. Yeah, so I'd spam 6 Nerve Blasts and they just get locked out. And so then basically in that tournament, everybody's like, oh, well, this isn't fun. And I saw a lot of reactions because like I was just given a deck, so it's my job to play it, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, you're not
And
being a jerk by playing that in this case.
right, it was handed to me in a
Mm-hmm.
sealed tournament. But what I saw a lot on the answers in my games and like on Discord is a lot of people going, well, that's no fun. I really don't think I'm ever gonna play this game again, or
Mm.
other responses that are like, well, this was no fun at all, and that kind of stuff, and it like created a really negative experience for people. And I feel like the organizer, sees it this way too, is that like, a deck like this, it's not interactive.
Mm-hmm.
The only interactive thing about this deck is that you have an artifact on the board
Right.
for how right, and like there are arguments against it where it's like, yeah, there's a lot of, you can play artifact removal. Artifact removal is very good,
Mm-hmm.
but I see it that the issue with that is, yes, there's artifact removal, and yes, you might have a better chance of finding the artifact removal than I have of finding the combo. But the thing is, if you don't find it, then you just lose,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I see that as like as a potential problem.
Mm-hmm.
You've played Netrunner? You've played Netrunner?
Oh yeah. I'm a huge fan. Yep.
Yeah. So if we want to compare to Netrunner, there's a reason that Power Shutdown was errata.
Right. Yeah,
Right?
I had an experience a couple years ago playing at a regional event, and at the time I think Power Shutdown hadn't been in vogue for a while, so I'd kind of forgotten about it, and I lost a game to it because I'd forgotten, how that could work out, and I got super salty when it happened to me, so I can
Yeah.
definitely relate to this can be like a terrible experience, right?
Right. Yeah. So if I don't remember which worlds it was, but there. Oh no, it was 2017 Worlds,
Mm-hmm.
where Dan Dargenio was playing in like the semifinals or something, and he was playing Val, and he was against some sort of CI combo deck, and the whole game was him poking for single accesses and hoping he'd win the game before the other guy could draw.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think you could tell that like that's not really a fun way to play, and
Right.
it's not. I don't think it's like comparable to what we have here,
Mm-hmm.
because in Netrunner, you steal agendas. You can steal agendas a lot easier than you can forge keys. I think in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's certainly
So
a potential for like at least RNGesus can save you, right? You can even
oh
if
yeah,
you're way outmatched, you could still just accidentally win.
oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot. If you also want to think about like disturb effects, if that's, or ways that you can disturb your opponent, there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot less of that. There's a lot less control of that, especially because it's a unique card game.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Right.
I there's like, if you're playing this deck and somebody opened a new deck and they're here to check out the game, or they're watching people play and they're maybe considering if they want to join the game or not, and
Mm-hmm.
they witness something like, oh, I drew these cards, now I win.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not something that they want to join.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So
Right.
that's just the main issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's like, if you get to the competitive scene and the argument is there, it's definitely there that you can use artifact removal and you get rid of it. But then,
Mm-hmm.
see, the thing is, none of these cards are bad on their own. So the
Right.
core of the combo, let's just think about the main combo, which is some sort of key cheat, phase
Mm-hmm.
shift, library access, and a Nepenthe Seed.
Mm-hmm.
Individually, all of those cards are great, right?
Right.
So
Right.
like if you don't combo, that's great. You play as any normal deck like every other deck in the world. But if you do happen to draw the cards correctly, then you
Mm-hmm.
automatically win the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that sort of I think segues into like my perspective on it, which is I I I think yeah, even without like some sort of key forging effect, getting a double library access or whatever, and just starting to draw through your deck is can lead to some really crazy powerful situations.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but on the other hand, I don't think it's a super consistent thing to get to, and so I guess
Yeah.
the thing that I question is whether this will actually have the size of impact that people are worried about, especially um, obviously people talk about chains, but we know like at higher level events there's no plans to implement chains. But if
Hmm.
if you're in a format where it's not all about one win, it's we're looking at having to achieve multiple wins. My personal view is that these combos aren't reliable enough
Hmm.
to to depend on actually getting into a top cut and winning a tournament. Now, like like you said, if they're just generally good, if the stuff is just generally good, then maybe that's enough to push one of these decks over the top. But I just think that like my suspicion, and I could be wrong, is just that the number of games that are going to be go one way or another based on these combos is is not as high as people are worried, and that's why I propose doing like a best 3 of 5 um, because that way, I mean, if you win 3 games in a row with one of and the combo fires all 3 times, I think that's like at least should push back on me, like, hey, maybe it's more of a problem than I think. Um, Whereas, and on the flip side of that too, like you're over the course of 3 or 5 games, you're not likely to get draw screwed ever. You're probably going to fire it off at least one of those, right?
Right.
So, um,
Yeah. We can.
mhm,
Yeah. So I agree that it's not, you can't rely on this to like fire that many times, right?
mhm,
But if you yeah, if you think about it, like most Keyforge games go through a deck once,
mhm, yep,
and if if it goes through the latest time that I will find the combo, or like, and I say I, but like anybody would find this combo, is at the very last card of their deck.
right,
Um, and then that can be countered by artifact removal. But
mhm,
I think just the way I see it is that there are counters, but there shouldn't be a way to win the game on the spot just
mhm.
because they didn't have artifact removal, right?
Sure, but so I guess the like flip side of that, in my view, is like uh so there's a deck that I opened at a sealed auction event and got to play with.
Mhm.
And I got to play with it for 0 chains, which I think was a mistake and partially had to do with how the thing was organized. Um, but
It
it
was
had
sealed.
yeah, it was sealed, but it was auctioned, so people had a chance to bid me up, and they
Oh,
didn't. They let me have it for 0. It was 20 people, but we split into groups of 5 for bidding, and I think that was maybe the wrong move. Anyway, I got to play it for 0 chains, and uh, I ended up getting second because of like a pretty severe misplay on my part in the final round, but it should have won, and the thing it did, it just has like tremendous creature control, right? And And so I was able to get into a situation where I could lock my opponents out. But this was with creatures. Now there are like creature removal effects in the game. I guess
Yeah.
to me, this idea of like, well, hey, um, I shouldn't be able to win just because you don't have artifact control. Like, I don't. To me, that doesn't seem that much bigger of a problem than losing because you don't have gateway to dis. Um, so
Oh yeah,
anyway,
for sure.
I'm just not totally convinced about the severity. Um,
For
but
sure. Yeah, that's fair.
um, so okay, so and then I guess like one just I guess thing I wanted to get out of the way before we actually jump in is like um, if at the end of this like one or the other of us, whoever whichever way the 3 of 5 games goes, I think like well I'm hoping that we at least can like put it in front of people in the Facebook group and be like, here is an instance of this. I think
Yep.
whichever way it goes, people could say like, oh well, yeah, those decks only won because Andrew picked a bad deck or misplayed or whatever like that. People can make those kinds of claims, but I still think we'll at least be like slightly better off uh, than what it seems to me like is just a lot of people using anecdotes. Does that
Yeah.
sound reasonable?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. Um, all right. Well, do you want to? Is there anything where you wanted to chat about before we jump in?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't care if you have a preference or not, but like, so you know that the Crucible implemented if multiple accounts upload a deck an X number of times, they
Oh yeah.
start requiring
Uh
verification.
huh.
So I did some searching, I think yesterday, and so there's one deck that I have still on my import decks here that's invalid, that requires verification. It can still be played.
Uh
It's
huh.
just that
Yeah,
it'll
that's
appear
fine with
that
me.
yeah, I did find multiple decks that are still valid, which means
Uh huh.
that
Got
it's not at the top of the search, but
it. Sure. No, I mean, I think we're good for for the purpose of this. You can play with whatever you think is
yeah.
like a good representation of the problem.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think like that's an interesting point that like in some cases we might be catching this, and in some cases the site might not, right? Um, might not warn
Hmm.
people.
I'm
Um,
just like I think I don't know. Do you want me to play the same deck again and again, or I could switch?
I'm
Um.
fine. I'm fine either way. I think like just the general, I guess the rules for picking is you're
Hmm.
picking decks that you see as uh, good good examples of these types of problem
Right.
combos, and
Yep.
I'm picking decks that I physically own out of my set of 8 that I randomly opened.
Yeah. It's yep. Sounds
Cool.
good.
And just to like, as far as I know, none of the ones that I've opened are like totally degenerate. Although, um, well, yeah, I'll give them my best shot.
Sounds good.
Um, so I'm on the Crucible. I'm in casual. Actually, well, it doesn't matter. I'm on casual, and I threw a 1 2 3 4 password on there.
Yeah. Okay. I will get on. Give me one
Oops, and
second.
yeah, I ruined it. I clicked off the side, which is very easy to do. Here I'm marking it competitive this time, just because that way we can feel cool.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go to competitive, it'll be a lot easier to find it.
So, I check the little only show new games box, and then uh,
Oh,
makes life so easy.
that's a good idea.